traditional college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Snags a quick pass on the left. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. On the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative. They're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Sims. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Dropping back, it's Humphries. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands. It falls incomplete.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target, was able to swat that ball away.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish a tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Canes have enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
The Hurricanes are on the move. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And the ball is intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Might as well give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Humphries. He makes the connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Snagged in the middle. It's Rhodes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
With jet sweep pass. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're working that left side.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. The give to the back. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Humphries. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. on third down going up top. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings, shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Canes are flying down the field. Quarterback will audible. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back goes in motion. The give to the tailback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Humphries. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is ready to give him a 1st down. Georgia going up tempo. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Sims.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the run, it's Sims. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Really effective concept against the zone there. It helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's Humphries. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fair catch called for and made. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the right. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for a man. It's Humphries. Gonna let it fly, and it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created, turn it over to the other team, give them a good field position now too. Not the ideal start.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers in this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Looking to pass. It's Humphries. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. It's a draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
The give to the back. Just steamrolling the defense. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Meyer. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They give it to him again. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Let's go! Motion from the offense. Handoff to the single back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Okay, Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On the option. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Myers. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, K. And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack. Dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Humphreys. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The give on the inside. He just refused to go down, kept finding space, and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. He's got the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Fullback's got it. Fights off a defender. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Second and 7 from the 15. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
A great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. And if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.